The year is 2024. There's a lot of video games that you can jump into right now. But what if I told you that so many people are actually still playing a 20-year-old video game to this very day?
Are you serious?
That video game is called Classic World of Warcraft. This version of World of Warcraft ruined so many people's lives. People dropped out of college or high school to play this game. They broke up with their girlfriends or boyfriends. And of course, there was tons of family drama and arguments all happening because people were spending way too much time in the world of Azeroth. Now, I didn't get to experience this game back in the day. Long story short, my parents told me I couldn't play a game with demons and magic in it. Also, it had a subscription to it, so yeah, I couldn't even think about it. But since Blizzard Entertainment announced that classic servers would be returning, a fresh new slate of servers where everyone starts at level 1, this was the perfect opportunity for me to jump into the game. So of course I did. I logged into the game as soon as the servers opened up, and well, it was pretty chaotic.
The servers just started. Oh my gosh. There's so many people.
3 hours later.
Oh, I'm dead. I'm dead.
No! Yeah, there's a lot of people that want to play this version of the game. Again, in this video, I'm going to talk about how so many people truly love classic World of Warcraft. I'm going to be brutally honest with you guys. I didn't understand why people still enjoyed this game, but after making it to level 22 in hardcore so far, I understand why y'all talk so much about this game. It's truly clicked for me as a person. I cannot wait to jump back into this video game after editing this video. But let's go ahead and dive into my experience of clicking enter world as soon as the servers opened up and released, and wrap it all up with why so many people still play this video game. Let's jump into the video. The first thing you gotta pick before you jump into Classic World of Warcraft is which version of the game you want to play. Do you want to play the normal experience? Do you want to play PvP? Or do you want to play hardcore? Now, this game is a little chill. When I tried playing it on the unofficial hardcore servers last year, it was alright, but I knew that if I died, I could kind of keep playing the game. There was nothing telling me I had to delete my character, but I think the hardcore element of World of Warcraft, where even the simple fights where you're engaging with kobold caverns, or I don't know, like a random NPC is chasing you down trying to kill you, like that kind of adds a little bit of fire underneath your butt, and that makes the game a little bit more exciting because this game, it kind of plays by itself. It's a bit chill in that regard, and if you don't care and you just die, then oh well, you respawn and you try again. And I want something a little bit more exciting, so of course I decided to pick hardcore. I read through all the comments in the last video. So many people recommended all these different classes, but I decided to go with Paladin. I feel like they're safe. I'll be a bit tankier and not so squishy. And finally, when I hit level 40, I guess I get a free mount or something like that. Once I got my character created and I reserved my name, I entered the game world. And let me tell you, there were plenty of people playing this video game. It was kind of crazy to encounter all these people all at once, and I thought, great, so many people to play the game with, like, let's jump into it. But that's when I realized that all these people running around the game, it's not a good thing, to be honest with you, because everyone's trying to do this same quest. Now, this isn't like Guild Wars 2 or other MMOs, where if you jump into it and there's other people nearby, everyone gets credit for killing the mob. No. If you are in a group or a party with people, then yeah, you all share credit if you target the same mob, or if someone else hits it in your party, then you're good. But if you're not partied up, you will literally be standing there in front of a mob trying to hit it and swing at it before anyone else does. And if someone else gets it, then you just have to keep waiting until that mob respawns. This is what you do for a majority of the time when you try playing this game. But hey, once you kind of move out of the starter experience and everyone kind of scatters like ants, it gets a bit easier. I would say though that this excitement during the launch of the server made caves a lot more tolerable. See, in World of Warcraft, Hardcore, when you die, you have to delete your character or transfer them over into a regular realm. Now, you don't want to do that. You want to try and hit max level in Hardcore WoW, but the most scariest part about the game and the most threatening areas in the game are actually the caves, where a bunch of mobs can respawn and then you're deep into the cave and you have to fight your way out. Now, that's fine if it's like 1 or 2 enemies, but of course, when you get 5, 6, or 7 on you, it's GG, bro. You're going back to Elywnn Forest to restart the game all over again. You don't want to do that. But when there's a ton of people all like running into the cave all at once, then it makes things a bit easier to kind of get through the cave and, you know, get to a veteran or something you need to search or whatever it might be. So playing with a lot of people at launch, yeah, maybe that's a win-win situation when it comes to cave and grouping up and all that kind of stuff. But as I continued questing within the game, I did run into 2 different players. One of their names was Bits and the other one was named Ross. Now, I had to beg for a party invite for both of these guys, and I was like, please, can we party up? Like, let's go ahead and roam around the game together. It's gonna be better. And of course, I did get this party invite. I was able to continue playing with these 2 dudes, and we made a rock solid team. Instead of facing all these murlocs where everyone was questing here, we're like, you know what? Let's go ahead and venture into some caves and just farm XP by killing mobs. And we just did that. We ran into different areas of the game, came back to different areas when people were logging off for the night to go to bed, and we would continue questing in these areas. And we really made a rock solid team. It was fantastic. Now, of course, we had some close calls, but everything was all right. You know, I was healing them up every now and then, trying to learn how to play a paladin for the very first time, which was a little complicated, but it's kind of easy, to be honest with you. Paladin kind of plays themselves as time goes on. You auto attack, make sure all the, I guess, buffs are on you and your teammates, heal them every now and then, and like, you're good to go. You just kind of sit there and auto attack. So it's not too complex of a class, but if you try it for the first time, it might be overwhelming. However, this is Hardcore. I do have bad news to share with y'all. One of us did not make it after we tried to encounter Hogger. Now, we did take down the lad. Hogger went down, we dropped him like a fly. It was easy peasy lemon squeezy. But there's this other quest where you have to kill the gnolls in the area to get their paws or item. Whatever item you need for this quest, it really doesn't drop too well, so we had to kill a lot of them. We did get overwhelmed at one point, and well, this happened.
Oh, I'm dead. I'm dead. I'm dead. I'm dead.
Why are you running? Why are you running?
Holy f, holy f, holy f, holy f. I'm running. I'm running. Holy f. Bear? Oh my god. Yo, is everyone okay? No. 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 No.
All right, let's get some Fs in the comment section or an 07 for our dear friend Ross because he did not make it. This is truly so sad, bro. He has to start back at Elywnn Forest. Like, no. And that's the thing with Hardcore. Like, hey, if you end up dying, you're going back to the character creation screen and starting again from level 1. Now, me and Bits continued questing for the rest of the night, about 2 more hours, and it was around like 4:15 in the morning where I called it quits. But this is when it started to kind of click with me. Why do so many people play this video game? It's kind of simple as I continued questing throughout the next couple of days. You know, I'm playing by myself. I'll group up with some people as I roam around the game in different maps. Westfall is very scary. I was advised to go to Loch Modan, so I was questing it there. But as time went on, I realized why this game is actually super addictive and really fun. I think a lot of you actually probably play retail World of Warcraft. You've probably seen me play retail WoW for the first time, and I do understand why you guys play this game, because this game is very fast. You're moving around, flying around, doing so many things, tons of transmog to collect. You're jumping from this area of the map to the other area of the map. You're doing so much all at once, and then when you jump into classic World of Warcraft, it's, well, a running simulator for a lot of it. and it's a bit more slow. If you want to travel somewhere, there's no flying in classic WoW. You have to walk your butt over there, get the flight path, and then maybe you can take a flight path there the next time you visit. But still, it is a trek to get to places, and it takes a long time to level up. You're not really moving fast on flying mounts to get from mob to mob. Like, no, it takes some time to kind of get through. And if you're playing hardcore classic WoW, then you don't want to dungeon spam, because if you get in a group where the healer isn't good or a tank isn't good, then hey, you got to start all over from scratch and go back to the lobby. So a lot of people will quest and take it easy and explore all the open world map. And to be honest with you, that's what makes me realize this game is a living and breathing world. I didn't know that there were elite monsters walking around until I actually visited Lakamodan and someone said, yo bro, careful, there's elite mobs around the corner. And it's not just me, a lot of other people actually died from this. I posted on Reddit, hey, it's been a week since these servers came out. Who's still alive? What level did you die at? And this person said he was eating chocolate and actually died from these mobs. Here's the footage for you right here. F in the chat for our chocolate lad. I hope it was a really delicious chocolate, but bro ended up dying from these elite mobs. It is what it is, so sad. But I think the slow pacing of the video game is actually its strength, because when you slowly get an armor upgrade, whether that's a new weapon, a new piece of armor or gear, you're like, oh, wow, I do feel a bit stronger. I can see my health pool move a little bit, or I can see the bigger numbers that I'm doing damage on enemies with. Like that, you can actually visually see. And it's not like a long, giant number like in retail. It's like, at least when you first start playing the game, it's kind of double digits. Like, oh, instead of hitting 10s, now I'm hitting like 13s or 14s. And that's really a cool thing to see, because I think giant numbers of triple or 4 digits is just too mind-boggling for my head. But when it's double digits, like, yeah, simple math, simple rules, I can actually follow along. Not to mention though, you have so much time to learn your skills. First, you get new skills when you level up. You have to learn that from the trainer, so of course there's a journey to get there. Then you get talent points that you can put into your character to build how you want to operate as a character. There are some strengths or weaknesses that you want to put points into, so you excel at things, but you're maybe not so good at other things. But of course, that's what makes the video game fun. This is what an MMO is. But trying to learn that in retail WoW is super hard, because you're constantly leveling up and just they're dumping skills on you, like get to end game. And for classic WoW, it's the journey. You know, 1 to 60, that is most of the game. Some people stick around and do the end game content, but a majority of us, we don't make it to end level, especially for the hardcore people out there. But that is the journey that is fun. You're slowly going through the game. You're constantly learning what your skills do and giving you enough time to do that, because again, this game is already complicated enough. So making sure you have enough time to do that, like, I truly think this is the best version to play the game. Now, of course, it's not always fun to run around back and forth on the map to do quests or get a certain mob or try and get that stupid item to drop from a quest. Like, I've been killing alligators for so long and nothing's dropping for this quest. Like, what are you talking about? I know there are some things in classic WoW that are probably super frustrating that you don't want to encounter, but that's just kind of the name of the game. How do you pass the time? Definitely joining a guild or joining a community or playing with people that have played through the game or have some tips or pointers to get through it is the most fun to pass time and chat with people as you're, you know, fighting for your life or about to die, and you can tell people in your guild chat, I did something stupid, and then you die. So where am I right now in the game? Well, I'm level 22 right now.
That is not correct. I'm actually level 27 now. And since you made it this far in the video, then just subscribe, please. Help me hit 10K.
I've actually ran dead mines twice, but in a nutshell, how was my experience doing dead mines? I was super nervous. Like, my palms were sweaty. I was just freaking out that one of my party members would pull everyone on the boat and then we would die. Apparently, this is what they said. I go, what happens if we pull the wrong mob or too many? They said, we die. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, why am I here? Should I be Hearthstoning getting out? But doing dungeon content is so much fun in the game, especially when you're on one life. You're like working together as a team. Everyone is super serious. One time a guy had to go use the bathroom. You bet your butt we all sat down and did not move until this guy returned from the toilet. But yeah, it's truly a blast to play classic WoW. I'm currently playing on the Soulseeker realm, so if you'd like to play the game with me, hop into the Hydrated Gamers Discord. And I am curious what version of WoW you're playing. Are you a retail Andy? Are you a classic Andy? If you do play classic, what level did you get to? Are you playing hardcore? Let me know in the comment section down below. Special thanks to my Patreon members for supporting the content. It's literally one guy right there, so SassPass, thank you very much. And if you made it this far in the video, thank you so much for watching. As always, stay hydrated, gamers.